So it was you two monkeys that destroyed Tambourine. Hey guys, DB Rye here, and today I am continuing with a what if that I haven't done for a while on this channel. And that what if is, what if Barne went with Goku to Earth? Now, for those of you who are new to the channel, and maybe this is the very first what if video you clicked on for this channel, Barne is an OC that I created back when I did What If Bardock Stopped Lord Frieza, and she was basically the third child of Gine and Bardock in that story, being born years after Raditz and Kakarot were born. And yeah, well, in this case, for it to work as I went with Goku's story, I made Barne and Kakarot twins in this timeline. And well, it's been quite the wild ride, you know, dealing with Kid Goku was bad enough in Dragon Ball. Imagine the bad guys having to deal with two Saiyans, pretty much of equal power, running around. And it's been quite the wild ride, and, well, thanks to them both being raised by Grandpa Gohan, the two kids, turned out fine. And, best of all, Barne and Kakarot are both aware that they're Saiyans, and, you know, they're not here to they were sent there by their parents to simply survive. And thriving they are, in fact. Now, continuing on where we actually left off in this story, we are now pretty much at the beginning of the King Piccolo saga. With Barne, if I recall correctly, won the 22nd Tenkaichi Budokai, beating Tien Shinhan, unlike her twin brother from the original timeline. And yes, Goku's name is Kakarot in this timeline. I can't remember to say Kakarot. And with them winning, and Goku going back for his Dragon Ball, and Krillin deciding to go with him, Tambourine pretty much had more than what he bargained for when both Krillin and Kakarot together were able to destroy Tambourine, and there was thankfully no loss of life. Well, except for Tambourine, of course. And after Krillin and Goku describe the creature to Roshi, and they find the piece of paper with the word devil encircled, Master Roshi recognizes it as the crest of King Piccolo. And well, now he's filling them in on the whole story. Now the big difference in this timeline is because Krillin wasn't killed in this reality, or if Kakarot had have walked off on his own, he would have been killed instead. No one from the good guys have died yet, which means Kakarot or Barne is not gonna chase anyone down and get separated from the rest of the good guys. So, at least this time around, our heroes, Kakarot and Barne, can at least hear what they are up against. And, well, it's quite the, terrifying tale that Master Roshi spills out, talking about an evil tyrant that took over the world, nearly wiped out humanity, nearly wiped out all of the martial artists, until Master Muay Thai Udo, the man who trained Master Roshi, managed to seal him away into a jar with the Mafu bar. It was quite the horrifying tale, and with Barne, who, for some reason or another, remembers a little bit more about Planet Vegeta and her parents than what Kakarot does, she realizes that this is the same kind of evil that Gine and Bardock were trying to protect their children from. And that, well, doesn't seem where you go. If you're a Saiyan, sooner or later, you will face that type of evil. And so, with Barne sort of talking to his brother, discussing what they should do, maybe this is actually one we should stay out of, brother. Of course, King Piccolo is no Lord Frieza by any comparison, but it's not like Barne remembers the name Frieza. At least, well, unless I had Gine telling them who wiped out Planet Vegeta and all that during their reunion a couple of parts ago, which, as I recall, I think I did. I think I did give the kids a Frieza warning. But, as we know, King Piccolo is not the same name as Lord Frieza. And, well, with a bit of discussing, they're not going to abandon their friends anyway. Now, meanwhile, King Piccolo has sensed the downfall of Tambourine, and that he was killed during what should have been a simple snatch-and-grab easy mission. Any martial artist that would have gotten his way surely would have been able to have been handled by the likes of Tambourine. After all, martial artists during King Piccolo's time were nowhere near as strong. And well, as it turns out, he was wrong. It seems if I'm going to get my hands on the Dragon Balls and to wipe out the martial arts society, I'm gonna need my own elite team. Now, you guys who are familiar with my channel and some of the other King Piccolo what-ifs I've done on this channel, you probably know roughly where this is going when we talk about King Piccolo's elite guards in a few other OCs. Violin, Triangle, and Gong. But DB Rai, is this what if? Are you just going to fill it with a bunch of your OC Dragon Ball fan characters? Well, no, hopefully not. Hopefully just this saga. I don't have that many OCs. Pretty much Barne is the main one I use. Alright, so pretty much with that, King Piccolo spouts off not one new egg, but 3. Now, while this does take a little bit of a toll on the Demon King Piccolo, it's still nothing in comparison. With 3 soldiers there, each one of them not quite as powerful as King Piccolo, but pretty close, they should have no problem securing the remaining Dragon Balls. And well, so with that, Pilaf points out the closest Dragon Ball, which is no longer where the Dragon team are. They have since headed off, and they're heading back to Roshi's Island, and they're pretty much going to split up. Now, Yamcha, much like in the original, he can't do much thanks to his broken leg. However, we still got a formidable team of Krillin, because remember, Krillin's still alive. Krillin, Tien, Chaozu, Barne, and Kakarot. And of course, Master Roshi. So they are going to go off and hunt for Dragon Balls. However, Barne pretty much points out that the Nimbus can fly circles around any plane, and that while they're heading to the location of one of the Dragon Balls, Barne can quickly recover any straggling Dragon Balls along their way. As long as, the others, make a note of where the Dragon Ball they're chasing comes from, So, pretty much with that, they could pretty much gather the Dragon Balls even quicker. At least, that was the plan. Roshi, thinking that this is a bit of a risky move, but ultimately agrees, because to deal with King Piccolo, to get rid of him, time is going to be of the essence. And, well, Barne decides to go off on her own. Kakarot is wanting to go with her, but Barne just basically explains and tells Kakarot that one of them should at least remain with their friends in case the worst happens. At least no matter what scenario, one of them will survive to finish the job at hand if necessary. So, with that, Barne is off on the flying Nimbus and speeding away towards a Dragon Ball, while Roshi and Chaozu, Goku, Krillin, Tien are pretty much grabbing the remaining Dragon Balls, much like how it's done in the original anime, except you got more bodies helping them, so they're able to find the Dragon Ball quicker. It's taken a lot less time, and King Piccolo is not very happy that someone else is collecting the Dragon Balls at a really fast rate. It seems we have some competition, is that right, Pilaf? But no matter, as long as we can gather even just one of the Dragon Balls, then they can't make their wish, is that correct?
Yes, sir, that is exactly correct.
My Shao and Pilaf questioning this little allegiance they made with King Piccolo, but yeah, right now it's best to just keep King Piccolo happy and negotiate for the Swamp Land later. Right now, Pilaf, Ma, and Shao, well, even now they're not really of much use to King Piccolo. He could work the radar and plane himself if he had to. And so, meanwhile, Barne approaches one of the Dragon Balls. It's in one of the islands in the Southern East Island district, same sort of area where Master Roshi's island is. And, well, she does manage to grab it and find it. However, she is stopped by one of the members of King Piccolo's elite guards. Wait, that's not what I said before. They all went to the same location. Alright, so Barne is up against the three members of King Piccolo's elite guard. Yeah, you said that before. We can't just change the channel and change the story and make it easier for Barne now. No cheating. So yes, Barne is up against all three of King Piccolo's elite, Triangle, Gong, and Violin, and well, needless to say, it's not really looking that good for Barne. Sure, she's powerful, but remember, each one of these elite guys are only just weaker than King Piccolo. They're not weaker than him by much. King Piccolo put a bit more of his essence into creating these elite guards than he has any other soldier at this point, like Piano and Tambourine. So Barne is actually in for the fight of her life here, and she is proving to be quite the challenge. I mean, she is quick and pretty hard to catch, but clearly she is definitely on the losing side of this battle. She does manage to get a few good hits in there on this team every now and then. It's not bad. I'm surprised you actually managed to make contact with us. It seems King Our master was right to exterminate you martial artists. Well, let's see you handle a real projectile attack. Demon Flash! And this definitely hits Barne and does quite a bit of damage to her. And then she's pretty much kicked by Gong, and then pounded into the ground by pounded towards the ground by Violin. And then pretty much you got Triangle capturing her by the tail. He's doing some flippy thing and flipping her and slamming her into the ground. At this point, Barne is assumed, she's assumed dead at this point. Kakarot suddenly coming down with dread and upset, sensing that his sister may be not of this world anymore. And worse yet, the others are sensing it too. Now, is Barne actually dead? No. Much like Kakarot from the original timeline, facing his first fight with King Piccolo, she's barely hanging on. And this was King Piccolo's minions. They're lucky there was 3 of them. If it were one-on-one, she might have actually won. After all, Kid Goku was only just weaker than the old man, weak and feeble version of King Piccolo. Anyway, so with that, King Piccolo's elite guard take the Dragon Ball, and they're flying away, back to their master. And well, everyone's on the plane. Krillin's like, "Oh, are you sure that
Are you sure that Barne is dead? I mean, the Dragon Radar says that she's flying in that direction, flying off."
It's not Barne, Krillin. Look, she's flying the opposite direction.
It would make sense to the guys on the plane to hold on to the Dragon Radar rather than Barne, who pretty much looked on the radar, saw where the other Dragon Ball was, and went for it. So yes, they know Barne's not hanging on right now. King Piccolo is quite amused and happy that they retrieved the Dragon Ball and managed to kill a martial artist. Well done. And well, as for Barne, she's just regaining a bit of consciousness, and she is just able to call for the flying Nimbus and tells it to take her to Master Korin immediately as she sort of passes out on the cloud during the ride. So I guess in a way I've skipped over Yajirobe. And well, pretty much with that, that is actually, I think, a good spot to actually leave things for the time being. So what do you guys think? Did you guys enjoy this part of the story? What's going to happen now? Will Barne be able to perhaps drink the Ultra Divine Water and attain power like she has never had before? As for Goku and the others, with Goku and Krillin there as additional backup, will perhaps they be able to stand up to the likes of King Piccolo? All this and more next time as we continue this story. Alright, see you later. I'll catch you guys next time.